600 agencies have been registered over the last 1 year, and we're also registering more agencies of good people. We encourage people, if you want to form a recruitment agency, there's a very straightforward system of how it's done. Before, it used to be taking 3 months, 4 months, calculated. I've streamlined the system so that you are required to present these documents. You go for vetting. It's a multi agency. The intelligence community is there, the attorney general's community is there, interior, labor, it's all so that people look at your background. And the others who have been misbehaving, we are making sure that we deregister them, we don't renew their licenses. So every year, there is the number we are not renewing their licenses, and the number is increasing. And so people are starting to shape up because they know now we are serious, we are not going to play with the lives of people. The Kenyan government is very proud of the success of the Kazi Majuu program. As you know, right now, we have over 430, we are getting close to 490 actually Kenyans who are living overseas over the last few years that have traveled under the Kazi Majuu program. And this is a very successful program because Kenyan labor is very good labor. Kenyans are very hardworking, they're very good people, they're efficient, they're well educated, they're very well spoken, wanajua kujituma. They can send, they're very active and team players. So as we speak right now, we're very proud. When we were in Qatar the other day with His Excellency the President, the Qatari government even added thousands of more opportunities for Kenyans. And as a result of that, somebody has just told me an agency has gotten an order for nurses. They need 100 nurses who are diploma nurses, not even degree nurses, to do home care and some of those other aspects. Making good money. You're talking about people making over 100, 200,000 Kenya shillings a month. We have jobs across Europe also, where Kenyans are working in Europe. Other parts of the Middle East, like Dubai now, are really coming for Kenyans because they believe that Kenyan labor is the best. And so we're increasing. From our tabulation, 300 to 500 Kenyans are traveling every single day from our airports to work overseas, and because they are wanted overseas. And so it's a very, very successful program. I am cleaning house because we formed a task force to look at rogue agencies. And as you know, we have registered many agencies. And this task force found something very interesting, that there are some agencies out there that are conning people, and yet these agencies are not registered not only as an agency, but not even as a business. So somebody has an agency said Ultimate Recruiting Agency, and that's a name with a PO box number, but that agency, so-called person, is not even registered, has no PIN number, is not known, is not even registered as a company in the Attorney General's office. So there are people out there. That's why we keep on telling Kenyans, before you give your money to anybody, before you get into a plane by anybody, make sure you check with the National Employment Agency, the website, verify, or my office to find out whether that person is registered. Before a parent pays any money for somebody, please double check with the government. Because many people are saying, oh, mpango wa serikali. So serikali, you are falling victim because you are not doing due diligence. And the government cannot police everyone. Mtu anaamka asubuhi, anatengeneza letterhead, anaeka fake jobs, anakuja anakuambia, they are not even talking to us. Wanasema ni mpango wa serikali, and then you give them money. So please let us also conduct our own personal due diligence, because a lot of people have been conned by these conmen who are not even registered in the government circles. In the meantime, we are pursuing many, and we are going to register more, because we want this to be a very efficient system for young people. The good news is that next year will be a major year for us. We do expect that next year we are going to get as many as maybe 100 to 250,000 Kenyans to travel overseas. We are looking at the projections and the jobs that are coming. Next year, we align ourselves properly with the BLAs that we are signing and everything that we are putting together, and the diligence of Kenyans. We'll get very many Kenyans to travel overseas and get them to have a good life and for them to support their families. I have heard of issues of recruitment that we did in the coast area, and I'd like to report that out of the people who are recruited in the coastal area, 500 were funded by the government. Out of the funded people, 300 have already traveled. 121 are yet to travel. 84 have visas and are about to travel anytime now. So the people who have not yet traveled, who are waiting for visas, are only 121 of the 500 that were funded. It is also to note that just because you applied for a job, just because you are given an offer letter and you are funded, does not mean that you passed the medical tests. Unfortunately, we saw this at the coast. We've seen it in Ukambani, we've seen it in Nyanza, we see it in Nairobi. A lot of our young people are failing the drug tests. UMEVUTA BANGI, within 3 months of the test, it shows positive and you can't travel. So especially drugs, especially marijuana, BANGI. You smoke BANGI now, within 3 months it is still in your blood system, it will show you will not get a visa. So some of these people who are claiming they have not traveled, they were conned, they need also to go and do personal medical checkups. They have failed the drug test and many other tests that they have not traveled. Others who have not traveled, should you be patient as we are line up. However, I have taken seriously about a company that recruited people and monies were deposited to the people's accounts and the people have not yet traveled and they are okay. And as we talk right now, some of those officers have been summoned to the DCI and they are writing statements because we have to make sure that Kenyans get their rights. And as I said before, nobody is going to con Kenyans under my watch. And I'm going to ensure that anybody who cons Kenyans knows the taste of maharagwe, of beans in Kamiti prison.
So perhaps you said, can we know the number of fake agencies that have been deregistered?
Okay. Ningependa kusema hivi, ano measia kana ati tusubie mbai. Nigo mbai subiwe ati owe. Siba? You want me to say it here? Yes. Okay, so. Sikupati iko hapa ni. Unajua kitu kila kiende Kenya ni anu mamamie kwa siasa sio tumanu siasa sitena maendeleo. And that's a very big problem because nobody really if you start rewarding